Welcome to Charch's Monday Minutes. It's another edition of Fantasy Football Almost Daily. Thanks for joining us. Week 2 is in the books, and it was a bloodbath this week. Let's begin with the running backs and all the things that went wrong. There were, by my count, no less than 7 notable running back injuries. Let's go through the list in the order of severity. Danny Woodhead carted off with a knee injury. Don't know the status. Really, with all of these guys, you know, by the time you see this, maybe you'll know more. This one looks bad. I'm hoping it's not season-ending for Danny Woodhead. Adrian Peterson went down with a knee injury. Could be anything from a couple of weeks to another season-ender for him. Arian Foster getting an MRI on, shocking, his groin. This is the same groin injury that sidelined him for all of last year, and this could be the end may already be here. We may have gotten 5 quarters of work out of Arian Foster, and that's it for this year. Doug Martin tweaked his hamstring. Don't know the status of that one either, but probably not so bad. Thomas Rawls left with a leg contusion, not to be confused with the ankle injury that he had been nursing. This is a pretty big setback for a player who hasn't looked right and may have come back too early. He ended up running for negative yards on Sunday. Jonathan Stewart's got a hamstring injury as well. These hamstrings are always tricky because if you come back too soon from them, they re-injure easily. Stewart could very well end up missing a game or two here. And then Ameer was in the middle of a really nice game, then suffered a foot injury. He got knocked out. That one may not be too bad, but don't know on that either. All of these guys, iffy or maybe a lot worse for next week's games. We'll learn a lot more over the course of Monday and Tuesday, and in the meantime, you need to start scanning the waiver wire for backup runners now. Des Bryant bounced back with a big game. 12 targets, 7 catches, 108 yards. Josh Norman did not follow him around the field, but did shut him down when he in the times when Dez was on his side of the field. It's worth noting that Dez was not able to come down with a couple of passes thrown to him at the goal line, so he's narrowly missed 3 touchdowns already this year. Next week, Bryant gets the easiest matchup he's had this year, the terrible Bears secondary, so this could be your last chance to buy low on Des Bryant. While Bryant was good, Week 2 was really all about the Benjamins. Kelvin Benjamin continues to dominate after reeling in 7 catches, 108 yards, and 2 scores. It's becoming more and more apparent that he is a top 5 fantasy wide receiver. Start treating him as such every week's startability, including this coming week in Minnesota, particularly if Xavier Rhodes can't go. Meanwhile, the other Benjamin, Travis, took over the number 1 role in San Diego for the injured Keenan Allen. He hauled in 6 catches, 115 yards, and 2 scores, and looks like an every week reliable starter. And he also gets a very easy matchup. He's got the Colts coming up this week. He could be easily inside my top 10 and maybe my top 5 this coming week. Coleman looked equally impressive for the Browns. 5 catches, 104 yards, couple of touchdowns. Nice catches, too. My expectations for him, though, are tempered by the fact that they're down to their 3rd-string quarterback. We already know RG3's done for likely the year. Josh McCown went down with a shoulder injury and could miss anywhere from several weeks to the rest of the season. Cody Kessler will be your starting quarterback for the Browns, and this was an offense that didn't have a lot of wiggle room. I'm really nervous about what this might mean for an otherwise really great talent in Corey Coleman. The biggest breakout performance for Sunday, probably Stefon Diggs, although he was good in week 1 too, but dominated a solid Packers defense to the tune of 9 catches, 182 yards, and a score. Not only does he have the most yards in the NFL, he's got the most yards receiving by 59 over the next closest receiver. That's what Stefon Diggs is doing right now. He looks like he's going to be better under Sam Bradford than he was with Teddy because Sam unlocks really the whole field as potential receiving opportunities for Stefon Diggs. He draws Carolina's rebuilt secondary next week and looks like he'll be very startable there as well. Thanks for watching Charch's Monday Minutes. Tomorrow, Tuesday, it's free agent day. And with all of those running back injuries, we need to scour the waiver wire for all the guys that you want for replacements to your injured players. We'll help you with that and more on Tuesday.